guys, it's me, Chad from Stick's Vlog. I'm Stick. Today I'm about to start preparing some of my meals for a trip that me and my buddy's about to go out on. It's going to be about a 3.5 day trip along the Appalachian Trail in North Georgia. So I'm about to start repackaging all my food and putting all my food and stuff together. And before I started, I wanted to do a little video, just kind of shoot and show you some of the things that I'm going to be bringing with me. I'm also going to do another video once I get everything repackaged and have everything lined up and kind of go through it a little bit better. But real quick, I just wanted to show you. Starting over here, I've just got a bunch of snacks and stuff. I've got some stuff I'm going to put coffee together. I've got me some drinks to add to my water during the day. For lunch, I'm going to try some protein shake. I'm going to bring some shake and eat an energy bar for lunch. I'm going to try that different. I've got some Hawk Vital foods, Hawk Vital dinners here that I'm going to use. Don't mind that, that's not supposed to be here. Anyway, I got some hot cocoa, and then I've got some instant oatmeal that I'm gonna put together. I've got some apples dehydrating. I'm gonna use these, of course. I'm gonna package them up. I'm gonna package them up in about 3 or 4 bags so I can have one a day. And then also I'm gonna take some and I'm gonna cut them up and I'm gonna put them in my oatmeal. That's it. I'm fixing to go ahead and start packaging it all up, and when I get it done, I'll turn this thing on again and show you the finished product. Okay guys, one thing I want to show you real quick is how I'm going to do my coffee. This is the first time I'm going to do my coffee this way. But this is the kind of coffee that I found that I like on the trail. And instead of bringing this and then a Ziploc bag with sugar and a Ziploc bag with creamer, because I like sugar and creamer in my coffee, I'm going to do something a little different. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pour it in one of these sandwich bags here in the corner, and after I get everything in there, I'm going to twist it up, put some tape around it, and cut it. That way it's a little pouch that's got everything in it. Then once I get to camp, instead of having to spoon out the sugar and the creamer and everything, I can just punch a hole in this bag, pour it straight in my cup. So real quick, I want to show you how I'm doing this. Just pour my coffee down in the corner. There's my coffee. I'll take my Great Value creamer. Spoon out however much I want. Stick that down in there. Just a little bit more. And then my sugar. Stick that in there. And then there's everything in its little pouch there. And just kind of twist it up. Take me a little bitty piece of tape. It'd be better if I could get some twist ties, but I tell you what, I went to the store looking for just some twist ties for sale, and it's hard to find them. So maybe somebody knows a better way to do this than what I'm doing, but this works. I've tried it and it works. So it's just a little finicky to actually do it. Anyway, so twist that around and then just kind of cut it, and then there's my little coffee pouch. So I'm going to do a few more of these, and you see it doesn't leak or anything like that. But anyway, I'm going to do a few more of these, and then I'll show you some more. So hang on. Okay, I've got the coffee done, and just in case you're curious, these are weighing in at about 0.7 or 0.8 ounces. So that's my coffee there. So I got the coffee done. Next thing I want to do is going to be my oatmeal. I decided not to do the little instant oatmeal packs that you can buy at the store like I typically been doing, and I decided to go with a recipe from Trail Cooking in the Outdoors. It's Kirk and Sarah Connell. If I said that right, it's kind of a mouthful. Anyway, so what I'm doing is I just pulled up some basic instant oatmeal recipes that she has on her site, and just kind of show you what I did real quick. According to her recipe, she calls to blend some of the old-fashioned oats, which I have blended here, and then it also calls for some quick oats and some powdered milk, dried milk or whatever, and you can also put a little bit of salt in it if you want to, it says. And then some of the things I'm going to be adding to it is just simply going to be some brown sugar. I've got some raisins, and oh yeah, I've got to go get the cinnamon. Anyway, some cinnamon, and also some of the apples that I've got in there drying out. So real quick, let's see. What it calls for to do, I'll do raisins and brown sugar since I've got it here. First off, it calls for a 1/4 cup of the quick cooking oats. So put a 1/4 cup in here. And I'm using this big old Ziploc bag simply because it works pretty well in my my koozie that I'm using. Okay, next calls for 2 tablespoons of the powdered old-fashioned oats. So we got my tablespoon thing here, and there's 1. Now I'm kind of curious as to why it asks for both of these and why you have to chop these up. I'm not really sure, but I just do it because the recipe calls for it. Next is 1 tablespoon of the dried milk, some Nido here. 1 tablespoon dried milk. And then after that you can put 1/8 teaspoon of kosher salt. I don't have any kosher salt, so I guess I'm not going to do that. I may try some regular salt. And then raisins and brown sugar. It says for 1 tablespoon of brown sugar. I've tried this one before and I found that I like a little bit extra brown sugar, so I'm going to kind of heap it up a little bit. Put just a little bit of brown sugar extra in there, sweeten it up. And bought some boxed raisins here. Break them up. And I'm just going to kind of pour some in there. I don't get real fancy with that because it doesn't really matter. I just like the raisins. Whoops, that may be too many, but oh well. Might as well put them all in there. Okay. So, there's one of my breakfasts. Mix that up a little bit. There's one of my breakfasts, and let me see how much it weighs in there. .4 ounces. That stuff's kind of heavy, but like I said, I put a whole bunch of raisins in there, so we'll see. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and make up a few more of these, and I'll get back to you with the next part of the processing here. So hang on. Okay guys, I got my breakfast done now. My oatmeal and my coffee is all packaged up. Next I'm gonna work on lunch. And like I said, what I'm gonna do for lunch is I've got some of this just protein shake mix. I'm gonna try this, give it a try this time. But all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do it the same way I did my coffee. And let's see how much it weighs. 1.7 ounces. So that's not too bad. It's 170 calories per serving. So I figure by the time I mix that with some of these bars here, these are about 240. So it's not much, but it's a good little lunch, I guess, something quick. Plus I'm going to be snacking during the day. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and get some more of these made up. I'm going to get 3 of these made up, and then I'll show you some more. So hang on. Okay, so I got my breakfast and my lunch done. Next what I need to work on is going to be my dinner. And like I said, I have these hawk vittles for my dinners. And like I said, I'm going to repackage those in some quart Ziploc bags because the Ziploc bags will fit better in my koozie than these bags will. So I'm going to do that. I'm not going to show that on camera. But what I am going to do real quick, I probably don't even have to show this, but I guess I can, maybe fast motion. Anyway, I'm planning on drinking hot cocoa before I go to bed. So and last but not least, let's weigh this thing here. I'm coming with 1.7 ounces. Pretty much just like my protein shakes. So I'm gonna get some more of those backed up, and then I'm gonna work on getting my Hawk Vittles repackaged, and then once I get done with that, I'm gonna lay everything out like I said earlier in the video and show you everything. So I'll be back. Okay guys, I've got everything packaged up. Before I show you real quick, I want to show you what I've ended up with on paper. This is going to be my first day. You can see I've got a total of 2,300 calories and it's a total weight of 19 ounces. On my second day, I've got a total of 2,269 calories and a total weight of 22.95 ounces. And on the third day, I have a total of 2,657 calories and a total of 21.6 ounces. Altogether, I have 63.55 ounces and 7,241 calories. That equates out to 3.97 pounds and approximately 113.94 calories per pound. Now, the only thing that is not included in this is my apples. I have to wait on them to get done, and to be honest, I don't know how I'm going to figure up the calories. I'm just going to get online and search for how many calories does an apple have and base it off something like that. So, real quick, hang on just a second and I'll show you the meals. Okay, well, the way you can see it, there's all 3 days lined up. Now, before I start, I want to say that actually my first day is going to start with my lunch and finish through, and the breakfast that's on my first day is actually going to be carried over to the fourth day. It's a 3.5 day trip. We'll eat breakfast on the way in, then I'll pick up lunch, have second day, third day, then the fourth day I'll eat the last breakfast, and we'll have lunch outside or once we get back on the road. So anyway, just quickly want to show you how I've got it here. You go here. I've got my breakfast, and what I did with my breakfast is I put my coffee pack inside the bag with the oatmeal. The coffee pack, like I say, those little sandwich bags are they're not the strongest thing in the world, so I put it in there just kind of help give it a little extra protection, and it doesn't hurt anything as far as I'm concerned. So I'll just be able to pull it out and you know, go from there. I've got my lunch here, got it in a separate bag, and what I'll do is as I leave the trail in the morning, I'll put that Ziploc bag in my front pouch, and I'll actually use that throughout the day as a trash bag, and then I'll also have quick access to my lunch. So I shouldn't have to access the food bag again until I get to my dinner. I have my dinner packaged up, and then here's just some snacks. I've got some almonds, I've got a Lar bar, just Mojo bar. I've just got, you can see I've got various kinds of bars, and then I've got 3 of these Crystal Light energy drinks that I'll mix my water during the day. Now also, like I said, I'll have some apples. I'm gonna have some apples in a bag, and I'm also got to add some apples to this oatmeal pack. But anyway, that's the second day. Another is just the same thing, the way it goes. But anyway, that's going to be my meal. Like I said, I'm up to about almost 4 pounds, and when I add the apples in, it's probably going to be, I don't know how much extra the apples are going to be. I have no idea, but I'll update my spreadsheet, and I'll also post a link in the information box below this video. So if you're interested in looking at the spreadsheet, you can click on that link. But anyway, what I'm going to do now is, this is a huge lock sack bag. It's a 12 by 20. I'm going to put all my food inside there along with a 1 gallon Ziploc bag, and that's going to be my main trash bag that I empty everything in at the end of the night. And this is actually going to be my food bag. This is the Blast food bag I got from Joe at Z-Packs. I got to give a shout out to Joe at Z-Packs. He is awesome. Anyway, this is going to be my food bag. With that is going to go inside here with all the food in it. So anyway, I appreciate you watching the videos. If you have any questions, comments, just post them at the bottom. And thanks for watching. See you next time.